Mother Mariana de Jesus Torres was a Spanish Conceptionist nun who traveled from Spain to the New World in 1577 to help found the Royal Convent in Quito, Ecuador. On February 2nd, 1594, the Blessed Mother appeared to Mariana de Jesus Torres while praying and commanded a statue to be made to her likeness. She said, "In my right hand place a crosier and keys to the cloister as a sign of my proprietorship and authority. In my left arm place my divine child, so that men will understand how powerful I am in placating divine justice and obtaining mercy and pardon for every sinner who comes to me with a contrite heart. For I am the Mother of Mercy, and in me there is only goodness and love. When tribulations of spirit and suffering of the body oppress them, and they seem to be drowning in this bottomless sea, let them gaze at my holy image, and I will always be there ready to listen to their cries and soothe their pain. Tell them that they should always run to their mother with confidence and love." The statue was miraculously completed by the archangels Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael in the early morning of January 16, 1611. Favored with many singular gifts from heaven, this chosen soul was given to know many future events, especially the grievous situation of the Church in the 20th century. In the late 19th century and much of the 20th century, in these lands, then a free republic, there will be various heresies. Passions will overflow, and there will be a total corruption of morals by almost a complete reign, Satan, who will focus primarily on children in order to maintain this general corruption. Woe, children of that time! Hardly will they receive the sacrament of baptism and confirmation. They confess only while attending Catholic schools, and the devil will do his utmost to destroy them by authorized persons. Moreover, in these unhappy times, there will be unbridled luxury, which acting thus to snare the rest into sin, will conquer innumerable frivolous souls who will be lost. Innocence will almost no longer be found in children, nor modesty in women. In this supreme moment of need of the Church, those who should speak will fall silent. The corrupt people, having taken possession of all classes, have with subtlety to enter domestic environments, to corrupt children. Thus, priestly vocations will be lost, and it will be a real calamity. In those times, there will be an atmosphere full of the spirit of impurity, which by way of an evil sea run through the streets, squares, and public places with an amazing freedom. The secular clergy will leave much to be desired, because priests will become careless in their sacred duties. Lacking the divine compass, they will stray from the road traced by God for their priestly ministry, and they will become attached to wealth and riches, which they will unduly strive to obtain. How the Church will suffer during this dark night, lacking a prelate and father to guide them with paternal love, gentleness, strength, wisdom, and prudence. Many priests will lose their spirit, placing their souls in great danger. This will mark the arrival of my hour. As for the sacrament of matrimony, which symbolizes the union of Christ with the Church, will be attacked and profaned in every sense of the word. Unjust laws will be imposed in order to extinguish this sacrament, providing that all live in vice, spreading an evil generation of children born without the blessing of the Church. the rapidly declining Christian spirit and the precious light of faith in souls will go out until there is a total corruption of morals that will come by the effects of secular education. And for this reason, the desire for priestly and religious vocations will be scarce. The sacred sacrament of holy orders will be ridiculed, oppressed, and despised. The demon will try to persecute the ministers of the Lord in every possible way, and he will labor with cruel and subtle astuteness to deviate them from the spirit of their vocation, corrupting many of them. These corrupted priests, who will scandalize the Christian people, will incite the hatred of the bad Christians and the enemies of the Roman Catholic and Apostolic Church to fall upon all priests. This apparent triumph of Satan will bring enormous sufferings to the good pastors of the Church. But know, beloved daughter, that when your name is made known in the 20th century, there will be many who will not believe, claiming that this devotion is not pleasing to God. A simple, humble faith in the truth of my apparitions to you, my predilect child, will be reserved for humble and fervent souls, docile to the inspirations of grace. For our Heavenly Father communicates His secrets to the simple of heart, and not to those whose hearts are inflated with pride, pretending to know what they do not, or self-satisfied with empty knowledge. Therefore, clamor insistently without tiring, and weep with bitter tears in the privacy of your heart, imploring our Celestial Father that for love of the Eucharistic heart of my most holy Son and His precious blood shed with such generosity, and the profound bitterness and sufferings of His cruel passion and death, He might take pity on His ministers and bring to an end those ominous times, sending to this Church the prelate who will restore the spirit of its priests. When they appear triumphant, and when the authorities abuse their power, committing injustices and oppressing the weak, next will come his defeat. My hour is coming, where I, in an amazing way, will dethrone proud Satan, putting him under my feet, enchaining him in the infernal abyss, freeing at last the Church and the country of his cruel tyranny.